Hello, everybody. This is Sara, Psychic Medium, and this is your psychic guidance and insight for the week of the 2nd to the 8th of November 2020. Now, this is an amazing week. I feel it's going to be an important time of change. We've just come out of a full moon and we will still be feeling that vibration, I feel, until at least Wednesday this week. We have the elections going on in America. What's going to happen there? The first thing I got for that was like there's going to be a nosedive somewhere. Someone's going to take a fall, so we shall see in what respect or aspect that is. Now, just before I go into this week, if you would like a private reading at all, then do go to my website, www.saraperrypsychic.com, and do check out the subscription offer. It may not be on too much longer, but it does enable you a really good price, 50% off readings for the next 12 months. And you can take them in any format you like, and you can change it up every month. You just cannot roll it over. There is an option for mini readings too, which is less expensive and might suit more of you. But if you do have regular readings, this is an opportunity to have something which is a continual price. And yeah, all good. So coming back to this week, we were talking about important times. Mercury is going direct. Yeah, can't wait. Although we've still got sluggish Mars trailing behind, and we've had some massive effects from Uranus in Taurus, causing a bit of mayhem with our material security. It'd be really interesting to know if anybody has experienced some major highs, changes over that full blue moon, and you know, any major losses or any gains as well. Myself, I did, in one instinct, I lost something, and it was like I got an email saying some kind of, it was just a financial loss. It wasn't a huge thing, but I got an email just underneath it, came at the same time, which was regaining what I'd lost, but from a different direction, which showed, you know, the continual flow of abundance. And I feel like this is what we're being taught, is to use our resources properly, to restructure our skills, you know, get them, hone them, you know, make things more progressive, that so we're more knowledgeable about stuff, that we do have more control, and that we can flow when there are disasters and changes going on like there are, in the world right now. It is sending everybody out of orbit. All this change, you know, what with elections going on and planetary retrogrades and pandemics and lockdowns and restrictions and mask wearing, you name it, it just seems to be going on. And it's causing everybody to be so up and down, so uncertain, so questionable and so fearful and almost defensive and angry. You know, it's like all these frustrations are coming out at everybody, and it's really time now to kind of pull it all together, rein it in, and just say, look, this is, you know, what have I got here? What am I doing? Okay, so the door is shut on me this way. How can I move forward? And how can I prevent this happening again? Because a lot of energy and time is being wasted right now fighting something that is out of your hands. And I'm not talking about government. I am talking about universal. Everybody is on their own path, their own specific path. Yours is going to be different to the person next to you. And somehow everything comes together, the divine timing slips in and out and does its thing. And some of us have felt like we're playing a merry dance with ourselves or other people, or the effects of going on. But there is a learning here, and there is a bigger reason for all of us, but it is specific to ourselves. So hitting out, or you know, blaming everybody else, or, you know, shoving all the responsibility everywhere else is not going to help you progress. It's just going to literally restrict you further. Imagine yourself like Alice in Wonderland, stuck in a tiny doll's house, not being able to get out, you know, or growing and growing and growing, but the sides aren't expanding with you. Your world isn't expanding because you're fighting it, you're holding back from stepping into something exciting. This week is a turning point, okay? There's going to be many new directions opening up, more opportunities starting to unfold. And as I explained in some of the private or the times, what do I talk about? The astrology, the sun sign readings, it is like an envelope opening up of ideas and possibilities. And over this week, you're going to start feeling a bit better with things because Mercury is going back direct. So that's going to be one level sorted. And then by the time you get to the 13th, 14th of November, which will be next week, or the week after the one coming in, you're going to feel things start really speeding up. So take the time this week to start taking some strides forwards. Accept what is coming or what is changing. I do feel like there's going to be a few surprises with this election, okay? Some things that we didn't see. I'm kind of getting some information that hasn't been brought up which could come to light, okay, which could cause a bit of a battle going on or questioning of where this is going to go. I feel like this could be a longer night than expected with a lot of twists and turns. I'm not sure either option is the best, to be fair, and I think that's the thing. It's like, does it have to be either or? This is where we are focusing our energies on it has to be that or that. No, it doesn't. It can be something else. Maybe this is the turning point. Like I said, this envelope is opening up. New magic is being poured into the world. New ideas, new inspirations, so we can build this new world. Now, there is an ending coming this week. I feel, the ending of a cycle, and I feel it is coming in with this new moon. This full moon. And I do see a sense of freedom, this sense of people stepping into their childlike self, which I think is important, being more curious, feeling like, feeling freer and just thinking, right, I need to create routes now that are going to give me more free time. And they're going to allow me to have more fun. I don't want to go on like this anymore. And because, it's easy to say, oh, this year's been awful. It's been such a struggle. But have you done anything to alter that? Have you gone off and, used the lockdown time to study something new or give yourself something more which could be more, could give you stronger foundations and help you grow later on? Think about why you haven't or why you have. What has prevented you, or what have you done or haven't done, or what have you done instead? Now, I'm going to be doing what I call a quantum vision course. If anybody is in my vicinity, I'm going to be doing this before the new year, and my plan, she has a plan. Plan never seems to work out with me, but the intention is there to actually do this online and create this online so that you can download it, okay? Because it's all about new vision. It's all about recreating something from scratch, understanding why you haven't achieved what you wanted to do this year and turning it into a positive, so that when you come into next year, you can, you have something there, that is growing and it is starting to work. There's been a lot of fiffing and faffing, as I know in the UK, all this misunderstanding, no one knows what's going on. That's the thing. Everybody is constantly feeling guilty for what they're doing. They're considering things that don't matter. They're focusing on the wrong energy, investing in the wrong things to make themselves feel better and less afraid. And that is what is making a mess of things. There's no real clarity. If we only just went for what we want and just focused on our passions and what made us happy and fulfilled, and got rid of the fear of the what if or the, something could go wrong, we just do it. It would be so simple. But we spend more time battling because it feels better when we've achieved something from battling. We feel like we've earned it. Whereas actually, what have you really wasted? Probably time having an argument with yourself, okay? So things can be put into place this week. I do see contracts starting to happen. Just watch how much you take on. And this is kind of weird because, like I say, UK is going to be on lockdown for a month now. So there's going to be a lot of people probably doing nothing or sitting at home again, or getting bored. And I do see a kind of a remix of March, where it all began. But I do feel it's going to knuckle things down because we've got Christmas coming and New Year's, and people are going to be really focusing on that more. We've got a better focus now. It's like, well, you don't want to ruin it. And I'm just going to say to everyone, don't. If you want to have time with your family, do what is necessary to clear this for good, and let's move on. So there is freedom. There is an opportunity on the horizon for us all, and there is an opportunity of freedom and also of growth. Let go of a work situation if it's been playing on your mind. If you don't know whether you want it, don't do it. All right? Just wait for it to come to you. If something is meant to be, it will find you. It really will. I've just had an experience this week of something finding me. Many of you or some of you might know, I've been looking to move from where I am. I moved to Spain and then ended up in a place which wasn't going to be for long. It was only a short term because the bank was selling the place and, we were just renting anyway. And then we were kind of helped and found this place where we are, which we've been in a year and a half, but it's never served my needs properly to expand what I'm doing. So I've always felt kind of restricted or, wanting the dream house or the opportunity. And a long time ago, I laid the seeds with an agency. And now a lot of time agencies don't get back to you. And this one, weirdly, is called Angel Properties, but which is kind of funny. But an example of something finding me, and if it's meant to be, it will find you. He actually left a message of a property coming up all of a sudden, and I didn't pick up the message, didn't even see it, didn't even flash up on my phone. And then he rang someone else I knew so I could get that message. So eventually it came to me and I had first dibs on this place. Now there is stuff happening, which is really exciting, but it was interesting because earlier that day before I got the message, then I heard that, there could be a possibility that my rent was going up, and that kind of put me into a place of fear. And I thought, oh my God. But it was kind of a push in a way to say, well, look, what are you worried about then? What are you worried about how much something is, because your rent could go up anyway and you're still in a place you don't want to be. So why, there was lots of factors here. There was a lot of learning that's happened. There's a lot of realizations. And what I'm saying is, if there's a divine plan, if there's something that's meant to be, it will come to you and it will fall into place, regardless of whether it's Mercury retrograde. Now, I just want to talk about this quickly because this came to me and it still only happened a couple of days ago, and it is Mercury retrograde. And I said to my husband before I went to see this place, I'm not going to sign anything, I'm not going to do anything till I'm out of this. And I kind of put a limitation on myself straight away. But the rule is, with this retrograde, if something serves everything and ticks all the boxes, and whatever way you look at it, it kind of makes it a positive rather than a negative, and it enables your growth and it is what you really want and it serves your passion, then it's okay. Now, as it turns out, I wouldn't have to actually sign anything till outside the retrograde anyway, which is actually the main bit. But I went into this situation thinking, oh, this could happen, it's not going to be like this. And I was almost like looking at a negative because I thought, I've looked at so many places now and nothing's worked out, it's been taken away from me. And what I found, and this was like a real sign that when something is right, everything that I was missing in this house, or I was questioning, like for instance, I want more chairs, or I didn't like the sofa, or I didn't have this, everything was there when I got to see it. It was like all those things had been replaced, like someone had gone in and replaced everything. So anyway, there's a longer story with all this, but it just showed to me that when something is right, it's right, and it's all about timing. And sometimes you're given a timing, like a month, but it doesn't have to be that year. Could be later, could be something that's being shown to you to show it's on the cards. It's not necessarily now. So be in the flow, guys. Free yourself. Stop wasting energy on stuff like trying to control something. If it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. And in this space, in these retrograde times, it's a real highlight of that. It really helps you see that, because the forces kind of push against you. As you're pushing against them, they push even harder. So it's actually a real obvious confirmation as when everything isn't retrograde. I think you can see so much more clearly within this time, although we get wrapped up in the disillusionment. So just relax a bit. You do have control of choice. You do have control of what you want, and you can change your mind. All right? That's something else. People think, well, I made the decision, I made the plan, I fixed on it, this is what I want. Maybe you've changed your mind. Maybe it's not what you want anymore. And that's okay too. Just know yourself better. Take this time of lockdown or restriction or change that's coming into play now to look at you and what you want. This whole week is so important for that. And I'm seeing, I did the sun signs the individual sun signs, I saw so many new beginnings coming in for everyone. And it felt like there was a real trend there, a massive shift that's going to happen this week. So keep your energies up, keep your vibrations up. If you want a private reading, come and see me. You know, really be great time to sign up for a subscription. Trust, guys. Don't start thinking, oh, can I do that then? Look at how many, and this is, it sounds like right sales trip here, but, look at how many readings you've had in the past. If you had 20 readings in 6 months and you paid through the nose, you could have one every month, which is half priced. Ha ha ha! Okay, moving on from that. Look, there's abundance around, guys, so start kicking into it. And if you want to sign up as well for some workshops or one-to-ones, because this is what you can use your time for, mentorship, do get in touch with me. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you for supporting me, and especially around my birthday. It was quite bizarre. I may put a video up just on that alone, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you. Bye.